Hey crafters, and welcome to Creative Moments by G. Guess what time it is? It's paper pumpkin time. I'm G, and Maudie and I are on this crafting journey together. She's my sister and we have so much fun. We particularly like it when we get our paper pumpkin because we work together in our design studio to create alternatives. And today we have 13 that I'm going to show you, and we're going to make one together. So that's a total of 14 alternatives. We have just regular cards and fun folds. So let's head down to the crafting table and let me show you what's in this kit. What's so great about this kit is look at these beautiful stamps that you get. You get these beautiful lotus stamps. You get a large one and a small one. You get the lily pad. You get some flowers. And the sentiments are just beautiful this month. So if you have not signed up for a paper pumpkin, you might want to go ahead and do that. You get it every month if you sign up for that. And it gives you everything you need to make 8 to 9 cards, and then you have so much left over that you can make lots more cards. But let's go ahead and show you one of the cards that they gave you. Now, what is so beautiful about these cards that you could leave just like this is that on the back, it gives you exactly what that flower is. So this is a forget-me-not flower, and it talks about it. It says that it represents your hope that they will always remember you. So you can include this in your card that you're going to send to your friend or your family. So they have some beautiful cards. They also recommend that you use some fantastic color coordination. So they say you can use bubble bath, crushed curry, garden green, melon mambo, which you are going to see melon mambo on a lot of our cards, misty moonlight, orchid, oasis, pretty peacock, and Tahitian blue. Those are colors that they feel like coordinate with everything that they give you in the kit. I'm not going to show you everything that's in the kit, but as we make this card and then I begin showing you the cards, I can go through exactly what's included. So the first card we're going to make is a floating card. So you are going to need an 11 by 4 1/4 inch piece of cardstock, and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. Now look at one of the cards that they give you. We just cut this apart. Look at that beautiful lotus and the lily pads. Love it. They also give you some punch outs. Look how beautiful the coloring is. Just love that. So to create this floating card, you need to go ahead and take your top fold, and then we're just going to cut part of it off on the front flap. Now we are going to make sure that we have 1 1/4 right here. So we're just going to cut that off, and now we just have a very small flap. So easy, right? Put this aside because you're going to use this later on. Now the next thing you need is a piece of acetate. Can you see this? And you want to cut it to fit the card. So we're going to go ahead and just lay this down. Now you can bring in your tape runner. This is a very fast card. We're just going to add some tape right there. Get this lined up right against the score line and go ahead and shut it. And now we have our flap right here. Now this was a punch out, so we're going to be adding this to the front. But before we do that, we took this card base and we simply cut it down to 4 and 5 1/4. Because this is going to be our backdrop right here. We're going to lay it right on the back. So let's go ahead and do that. And now you can see those beautiful lotus flowers and lily pads right behind. Now we're just going to add this right to the front, just like this. And you can add it with a tape runner. You can sponge on some glue. We're just going to go ahead and add it with a tape runner. Just in a few places. Get it centered. And look at that. And now we want to go ahead and decorate this. So we're bringing in some strips. And our strips are for our first mat right here. We cut this 1 by 4. So let's go ahead and just get this laid down. Now you can, if you want to, emboss this, but you can also just lay it down right on the top, just like that. Now we want to go ahead and stamp our message before we put it down, just in case we have a little mistake or oops, right? Let's bring in our Night of Navy. Let's go ahead and just stamp that. And let's add this to the top on some dimensionals, just to give it some added height. You can see how quickly you can make this card. Now this is an alternative from your kit, but think about this. If you didn't buy this kit, you could also use this template for another card that you want to make. And there you have it. Look at this card. So pretty. Open it up. Now you can also put on the back a piece of white paper. You can include the beautiful note that they have about the lotus. So you can just cut that off the card and add it right to the back. So let's go ahead and start showing our alternatives. Here is one. This is the punch out that they gave us. We stamped that beautiful sentiment, "You are capable of amazing things." We added a little bit of black right here, some more DSP, and we put it all up on some foam just to give it some additional height. Look at that. So pretty. These pop out lotus flowers are gorgeous. Now, here is one done in a little bit of a different color. We stamped this one. They give you that beautiful stamp. We embossed these papers. We brought in some additional leaves and just used their sentiment and cut it out. And then we stamped the smaller lotus on the inside with their sentiment. Very different, but very easy to do. Here is a fun fold. We cut it in half right here on the top and just added this square. Now look at those beautiful gems. That was included in the kit. We embossed this paper right here. This is the punch out. This is one of the cards. And we stamped it, making sure that the stamp stayed behind this area. And look how pretty that is. Now look at this one. We cut out these flowers. We stamped them, colored them, cut them out. 2 big lotus. We added some leaves, just added this little strip right here. And here's that melon mambo that they said would coordinate with the lotus flowers so perfectly. We added some white on the inside. Just a very simple card, just added some mats to it. Now, here is a card. This does have a video with it. I'll link it below. This is Illuminatio. You put 2 tea lights in there and these light up. Now, we went ahead and used the stamp that they gave us and we wet embossed this. We used our Night of Navy stamp and then we used clear embossing powder on it. and then we were able to color it. We colored on the front, but we also colored on the back just a little bit. We used those beautiful cards, just cut them apart. These are the envelopes, actually, that we cut apart. We like to always cut apart our envelopes because they typically have really pretty paper. Now look at this one. Look at this paper. Look how we cut this. We just used this beautiful die that we have. We cut it, and it looks like a gatefold. We added that beautiful forget-me-not flower. Look at that. It's a pop-out. Put it on some vellum. Added the sentiment. This tag came in the kit, and we have this beautiful card. Now, the floating card that we made together was a lotus. This actually used the forget-me-not. Look at this. This is the front of a card. I just cut it apart. I matted this up here. And look at these leaves. These are just part of the lotus stamp. So it looks like leaves, though. You would never know, right? You open it up, and we have that background. Love this card because I love how easy it was. Now we just did a diagonal cut card, put that beautiful lotus right on the front. And for some reason, we just really like this black and white. It just makes it pop. So we used Coastal Cabana in our cardstock. We embossed it. Did a couple mats here. Very simple card, but yet so pretty. Now, here's another card. We cut the end of it off. This is just a top fold card, turned landscape. Cut the end off. We stamped our lotus flowers and then cut them out, put them up on dimensionals, stamped our lily pads on our oval. And look at that. Very simple card, but oh, so pretty. Here is a matchbook pop-up card. Now let me show you how this works. Look at this. We actually have a video for this, so I'll post it below. You open it up and look, you have a pop-up. So pretty. Once again, we cut the envelopes apart to get that background. Added just a little bit of leaves. This was a pop out that they give you, that beautiful forget-me-not flower. Here is a fun fold. This is a top fold card. You are capable of amazing things. We went ahead and cut the card apart and set this up on dimensionals and then used the back part of the card as the back part right there. So look at this. You open it up. And there you have it. Look at that. We just cut apart our envelopes. We stamped our saying. Now on this one, this is the long saying, but we just stamped this part first and then stamped that. Look at that. So pretty. And then we have this one. Look at this beautiful card. Now, what we did here is we stamped Melon Mambo on different cardstock. We used a cardstock here. This is Melon Mambo cardstock. This is Fresh Freesia cardstock. Always using Melon Mambo ink pad, though. Look at those beautiful colors it gave us. Oh, my goodness. I love this card. And then we just stamped on the inside. Such an elegant card. And we cut out the lotus flowers. And finally, we did, this is like a keepsake card. We used that punch out forget-me-not. We made a belly band. And then look at this. We do not have a video on this, but we will be making a video later on. You open it up and it pulls out like this and sets up on your desk, just like that. It's hard to see if you lay it back down, but it sets up just like this and pulls out. Look at that. That is our keepsake card. Well, what do you think about our alternatives? We hope that you take a moment and leave a comment because we love to read your comments. It makes Monty and I so happy to see all the comments and letting us know your thoughts about our video. Well, Monty and I hope you were inspired, and if you were, we sure would appreciate a thumbs up, a share, and subscribe to our channel. Go out, make it a fantastic day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.